The lead at 4, a St. Simons Island couple arrested almost a month after Trent Lehrkamp was left at a hospital highly intoxicated and nearly dead.
That investigation raised alarm in the community and across the nation. Now, James and Lauren Strother and two teenagers are charged in this case. Our Brett Buffington, our lead investigative reporter here at WSAV, is joining us live now in Glynn County. He's at the police headquarters to explain why the couple and teens are charged in this case.
Well, Tina, as you said here, tomorrow will make 1 month since Trent Lehrkamp was dropped off at the hospital here, so intoxicated he was barely breathing. In fact, had to be put on a ventilator. People here in this community, they have been calling for justice for Trent since that night. Now, 4 arrests today, 2 adults, 2 juveniles. And the 2 adults, the owners of that home where police believe these parties happened. This is Carlton and Lauren Strother. Both are arrested and charged. They were done. That happened this morning. They are charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor and maintaining a disorderly house. Those teenagers charged, one of those teens facing battery and trespassing charges, the other drug charges. But since they are juveniles, and this case is going through the juvenile court system, their names won't be made public. Of course, all of these charges in this case, they are all misdemeanors. The district attorney here today saying that there was a lot of misinformation that was shared on some social media that simply was not true, and that slowed this investigation down. But the DA even went so far as to say Trent essentially volunteered for the things that happened to him at both of these parties.
And just a lot of misinformation out there with regard to the specific acts that were done that were very vile in nature. Even if they had been committed, they still would have been simple batteries under the definition of that, but still vile with regard to allegations of defecation and urination and that he was forced to drink, things of that nature that just simply are not true.
I spoke with Trent's family this afternoon. They certainly don't agree with the DA's statements here at this press conference. They wonder some of the same questions that a lot of people in this community are wondering. They told me that they were told about these arrests just 20 minutes before we learned about them this afternoon, and asked why, if Trent's blood alcohol level was 0.464 when he was dropped off at the hospital, they want to know what Trent was able to consent to. Meanwhile, tonight we're learning new details about that night about a month ago now when Trent was dropped off from one of the teens who was in the car. Tina, Edward.
All right, Brett, of course, everyone has been following this case right here in the Coastal Empire and Low Country, but also, as you mentioned, nationwide as well. And we want to know, how is Trent doing?
He continues to recover at that out-of-state treatment center. He went there the weekend after his trip to the hospital when he was in the ICU there. He is there getting over certainly the emotional trauma of all of this, continuing to recover. In fact, his family was out of town this weekend, and they were able to have a video call, Tina, with him. Trent was able to talk with his brothers and his sister.